Okay, sup you chuckle folks, it's your boy Dark Raccoon here with What If Issei was in a Battle Royale Part 1. So, before I continue on, I should mention one thing. Well, let me mention one thing. So I have multiple ideas. Not really. I had basically this idea pop into my head after thinking about how to do the Toshiro one. Yeah, I don't know. Well, not the Toshiro one. Mostly do the Gojo one. Mostly Gojo being the brother of Issei. Now, don't worry, I already done the thumbnail. I will show them later, but not the point. I did 4 thumbnails. Mostly 3 thumbnails yesterday, and 1 thumbnail today, being this thumbnail right here. But yeah, so I am trying to do the thumbnail what if, so because I can't forget mostly how to say their, well, mostly what did I call them before because I am a dumbass. But not the point. Let me begin this what if. Let me shut the fuck up and let me begin, okay? So we begin into mostly Issei. Issei, or, well, not Issei. Well, not entirely Issei. No. We begin into mostly 3 girls actually managing to appear in a mostly green place, mostly plain of view. Of course, there is, well, not 3, well, there's another person, but this is where, well, all 4 of them managed to get up, and we're wondering where are they exactly? One of them has pinkish hair, the other one has kind of brownish hair, another one has kind of brownish messy hair, and the last one kind of has blackish with reddish tints of highlights and reddish eyes. Yeah, you get the point. But this is where, well, it's kind of short, and she kind of looks like a goth. A little bit goth, at the same time, kind of like a tomboy, but yeah. This is where, well, they are all kind of wondering where the hell they're at. This is where, well, they actually had these, like, screens literally pop right in front of them. They say, welcome to the Battle Royale of, well, mostly Battle Royale, and then it says S12, meaning Season 12. But it also says Battle Royale of, well, mostly of, well, I haven't actually, well, Battle Royale of PUBG. Yeah, you know what, PUBG. But this is where, well, mostly all of them are confused and says, what is happening? This is where, well, they kind of mostly explain some of the rules and what is exactly happening. And they just, it says right here, it says, you have been chosen after death. That mostly you have been chosen to a battle royale versus other people who are actually considered to be dead or has just passed out or they're in a coma. This is where, well, they look at each other and realize they're actually mostly the people that were mostly people that were alive. That is mostly, well, the girl with mostly messy brown hair is none other than Aika Kiryu. The girl with pinkish hair, her name is Catherine, what's it called? Catherine Hana? Not the point, yeah, Hana. The, well, mostly third one is mostly the brownish hair girl with kind of honey brown eyes. Her name is Moriyama, Yuki. And the last one is mostly a girl who's actually goth a little bit. Her name is, well, her name is Kurumi, Kurumi, and she doesn't really have a last name, but not the point. This is where, well, they're all wondering what exactly happened, what happened last time. They can't really remember, but they're trying to remember until they see something falling from the sky. This red box that lands down right in front of them and started seeping out this red smoke. This is where Kurumi actually thought it would be a great idea to fucking hide now, because she has played some Battle Royale games before coming here. She doesn't even remember what exactly happened. But this is where, well, she grabs the 3 girls right in front of her and throws them into mostly a bush and even herself. This is where, well, mostly when that red package landed, a bunch of cars started appearing. Literally so many cars. There literally was a warfare between like 4 different groups. All of them were right now trying to shoot at each other, trying to kind of get the loot what's in the red crate package, until mostly everyone was hearing this like loud kind of rumbling sound. It was like it sounded like a motorcycle kind of coming down and going brr, 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 brr. This is where, well, it started kind of driving towards the 4 groups. This is where all of them stopped for a second because it sounded familiar. This is where all of them wind their eyes because literally a motorcycle went through a tree view, having no one in there, but it smashes into 2 people that were basically in one of the 4 groups. And this is where, well, those two people were eliminated in an instant. Before anyone else can react, a knife smashes into someone's head, killing him. But instead of like just seeping out blood, I mean, they do seep out blood, but they start, instead of just staying in their body there, they start turning into particles, literally showing that they're dead. This is where, well, it also shows like a screen of letters pop up right on top of them saying dead. This is where, well, the others start trying to shoot at mostly the other four groups. Decide to start shooting at mostly the group that only has one person left. But the person decides to try to get a grenade. Or, well, not to shoot the last person who is at one of those groups. They all try to shoot at the tree line because they know who exactly just appeared. They need to eliminate him at once, because if they don't, they're going to get eliminated themselves. This guy is literally someone deadly to them. But this person literally keeps shooting bullets from different directions of mostly the forest. This is where, well, some of the other groups start getting their eliminated. Well, some of them kind of getting eliminated. This is where, well, names started appearing saying, Red Hood has just eliminated this. Red Hood has now eliminated John. Red Hood has eliminated Josh. Red Hood has just eliminated Cena. Red Hood has eliminated Black Hood. But yeah, someone has you named Black Hood. This is where, well, there was different people's names getting eliminated. The four groups. This is where, well, it's a triple kill, monster kill, overkill. This is where, well, so many kind of titles are being screamed out of announcements. But of course, where the girls doesn't even know what is happening, but knowing damn well exactly what else is happening. Someone is right now soloing the hell out of these four groups. This is where, well, the last member who was in the four groups just like says, shit, I gotta get out of here. He gets in the car and starts trying to drive backwards until this is where, well, he sees someone appears right in the crate. Literally right now pulling out his gun and right now kind of throwing a grenade into the guy's kind of car, shooting the gun out a bullet and smashing into the grenade. Kaboom! This is where I eliminated the person. Last person has been eliminated. Not triple, mostly 14, or not 14, yeah, like 12 killed. This is where, well, monster, well, let me say that again. Ace killed. This is where, well, mostly the person was eliminated until mostly, well, the person just sees how he eliminated all the four members. There's a total of like 16 people there, and they were just all eliminated at once. This is where, well, mostly he takes off his mask in an instant, the Red Hood, because he did have like a red kind of mask over him. Right now, kind of looking like this. Yes, he kind of does look like Red Hood. Does have like a black cloak and does look ripped from his arms. This is where, well, this is where he takes off his like red mask, and this is where, well, when he kind of takes it off because he realized there's no one going to be around him, because, well, if anyone heard those gunshots, grenades, or any of that, and people heard about mostly the fact that 16 people just got eliminated, mostly a lot of people are going to walk the other way, because if they know one thing, do not mess with Red Hood, because clearly that motherfucker can eliminate it. Squads over squads over squads. This is where, well, the person takes off his mask because he got a little bit tired. Of course, there was steam kind of coming out of it, but this is where, well, when he takes it off, he actually has like this blackish brownish hair with goldenish brown eyes, and he decides to look into the crate just to see what exactly it has. This is where, well, it has 5 return crystals. Lots of other mostly machine gun ammo, a machine gun, grenades, RPG. This is where he started putting it into his inventory. Because you see here, it's like the system mixed with like mostly any it's kind of like an RPG mixed like with any other battle royale game. But yeah, similar, more like PUBG, but not the point. But this is where, well, he's just getting all this other stuff, and this is where, well, he says, I don't really need the return crystals. These return crystals should be allowing those to return back to the living, which I don't really care about returning back to the living. So maybe I should leave them for any other person to wanting to go back to the living world. That also reminds me, this is where, well, he then kind of pulls out this like red button. He throws it up in the air by clicking it first and then throwing it up, and this is where a red kind of like flash actually appears all over the place. This is where a map actually appears, like a screen map actually appears next to him, and this is where it shows 4 other people behind him, and this is where he pulls out his gun and says, if you don't want me to blow your fucking brains out, newbies, I suggest you get out of the fucking forest. This is where, well, mostly the person said with such a stern look into his eyes. This is where, well, mostly all of them turns gets out of the forest, they're all a little bit nervous and scared from the fact they just saw a murder, literally a massacre, and of course this person looking similar to someone they actually know. But they're scared because the person has a gun right now, right in front of him, right now, pointing at the girls. This is where, this person says, Catherine, this is where he noticed the pinkish hair girl and says, Catherine Hama? Hanma. And then he noticed the brownish hair girl and says, Moriyama Yuki. The last one was mostly curlyish, mostly lots of just brownish hair, messy. This is where he says, I could cure you. And the last one being, Kurumi? This is where, all of them wind their eyes and say, how do you... Wait, this is where they narrow their eyes because they now realize who exactly it is. It's none other than a brown-haired boy that went missing literally 3 months ago. He is back in front of them, but he looks like a complete badass. This is where, it's none other than Issei Hiro, a boy that went missing 3 months ago and looks to be here, massacring literally 16 people at a care in the world and looking like a complete badass doing it. This is where, mostly Issei says, what the fuck are you doing here? Actually, did you people die? This is where, Issei questioned out towards the 4 girls. This is where, they said, die? Wait, where are we exactly? Issei sighs and says, you see here, when people die, they usually go either to heaven, hell, or mostly purgatory or whatever, with Hades or whatever. But in some cases, some people who are chosen can actually go into this battle royale and play however long. They can also have a peaceful life. They can mostly win money, win this and other things, currency to help them out to live their peaceful lives. There's also a chance, this is where you should pulls out the crystal. There's also a chance, if you go to some of these care packages, you can get these crystals. You can kind of turn it on, crush it in your hands, anytime, either in game of a battle royale right now, or wherever you want to kind of chill or anything, to return back to the living. This is where, Issei said, and these crystals are one rare son of a bitch you even get. I'm surprised they're receiving 5 in this crate. Either someone fucked it up in mostly those upper places, or yeah, you get the point. There is literally 5 here. So it's better for you guys to go back to the living, because clearly you guys aren't supposed to be here. You guys aren't even that fit to even be here. This is where Catherine says, huh? Fit? I'll show you my kendo sword. Yeah, and I'll show you my real sword. This is where Issei pulls out a real sword out of mostly his inventory. And this is where, it's literally a black katana. And this is where, Issei says, you want to fucking fight me, Catherine? I would love to show you I might kill you in this game and make you respawn somewhere else. Do you want to fight me right the fuck now? This is where Catherine says, no, never mind. Good. Now shut up. Take the damn crystals. This is where Issei tossed them towards all 4 girls. And this is where, he didn't toss another one towards Moriyama. And then Moriyama says, what is this one? Wait, aren't you coming with us? Issei looks at her and says, hell no. What do you think I'm going to be doing? Hell no. I have much of how should I say? I'm having so much fun here. So much. I'm not going back. 3 months of mostly just playing to become the strongest and greatest, how should I say, Battle Royale champion. I'm not letting that go down, the fucking flush or like the drain if I go back. Hell no, I'm not going back. Moriyama says, no, you gotta go back. You've been gone for 3 months. Your parents have become so depressed and saddened. Do you not remember the last time I went over there? When I went over there, they were crying their eyes out when I tried to talk about where you have been at. You have to go back. Issei says, hell no. Moriyama, I've been gone for 3 months. Who's going to believe me saying I came back from the dead after 3 months? You guys are still fresh. You guys, I don't know when you guys respawn. I'm gonna guess that you guys just came back here about like a couple of minutes. If you guys go back, they're gonna believe that you came back from the dead by luck. If I go back, they're gonna believe like, what the fuck were you at? First, what, did you die, came back into some other reality, became a battle royale master, and then went back and still look like a fucking idiot? No one's going to believe shit like that, Moriyama. You can't just... This is not a story where the hero, or I'm not even a hero, fuck that shit. I'm more of a villain. But mostly if a person like me goes back. This is where, Issei argues with Moriyama. Moriyama refuses to let Issei kind of just stay here. This is where Moriyama says, then I won't go. This is where the other girls look at Moriyama and says, Moriyama, we're going to have to go, right? This is where, mostly Kurumi says, I actually don't want to go. I actually want to kind of know more about the Battle Royale kind of game. Besides, if I go back, I'm just going to die again. I had cancer. Oh no, these crystals literally, how should I say? Well, you had cancer? Kurumi says, yeah, I didn't die with these other girls. I just died probably at the same time where whatever happened to them. Probably truck couldn't hit them. This is where, well, mostly Kurumi chuckles. She giggles a little bit of that. This is where, well, Issei says, no, but for real, you died by cancer, right? Well, mostly these return crystals actually heal everything. When you return back to the living world, it heals everything. That means cancer will also be reduced to nothing. This is where Kurumi says, wow, these crystals are amazing. Wait, would we return with some of the items back? That I do not know. And I refuse to go back because look at how much machinery gun I have. There's no way I'm gonna leave all this back. This is where Issei kind of shows his inventory to Kurumi, and Kurumi's just like, damn! She's like, damn, I wish I had that much machinery gun. First, now, let's not go first back to the living world. I'm gonna get myself a machinery gun. I'm gonna murder any pervert I see. Issei says, exactly. It's so fun here. And this is where, well, Moriyama says, no, you two are not just going to stay here. This is where, well, Issei and Kurumi just looks at Moriyama and says, Moriyama, you can go back. I'll be fine. I have a return crystal anyway. This is where, well, we'll see. Issei says, there's really no limit for us to not return back. If it already has been 3 months for me being gone, I'm not going to go back. I'm not going to just show up to the people think I'm a goddamn zombie or something. This is where Kurumi laughs at mostly that joke and says, well, that is true. But maybe I can wait a week and just come back and say it's a miracle, motherfuckers. I got sent back to, well, this hellhole, and I'm back with more machinery guns. I mean, if you can take the machinery guns outside, it'd be cool as hell, but I don't know if that's gonna happen. This is where Kurumi then pokes at mostly Issei's muscles and says, God, you are rip as hell. Issei says, yeah, I had it to become rip as hell. Because if I didn't become muscular in this world, then I'm gonna get screwed, because if you are fat or just scrawny in this world, you are so fucked in so many ways. So that's why I am rip as fuck. This is where Issei flexes muscles, and this is where Kurumi is blushing, kind of like drilling a little bit. This is where Moriyama, Catherine, and even Ike are blushing, looking away, because God, Issei is just fucking rip. This is where Issei says, yeah, but still. Other than that, I might just have to be going to another game, besides, or not another game, another fight with another kind of squad. Kurumi says, ooh, can I go? Issei says, sure, why not? You just know this now. If you die, you will have to respawn into another kind of mostly dimension. Same battle royale stuff, and yeah. Kurumi says, I guess it's a risk willing to take. This is where, well, Moriyama and, mostly Moriyama says, no, you two are going. This is where she crushes her own crystal. And of course, where, well, she tells the other to crush their own crystal in an instant. Because they do it. Because, well, Moriyama doesn't. And this is where she then crushes mostly Kurumi's crystal that was in her hand. And then grabs one of the other crystals, crushes it, but then just throws it into Issei's face. Issei winds his eyes and says, Moriyama, no! This is where, well, Moriyama right now didn't care too much. This is where all of them got disappeared. They all teleported in an instant, returning back towards the living world. This is where, oh, mostly Issei kind of wakes up in an instant. Well, not how should I say wake up in an instant. Mostly other girls are waking up, like mostly Moriyama, Catherine, I got they're actually in the hospital, and of course all their wounds are healed. They were kind of hit by a truck, but yeah. This is where, well, Kurumi on the other hand, she wakes up because she was dying, but this is where she wakes up from mostly the cancer being mostly destroyed all over her body, and this is where, well, she kind of feels good. And of course she's angry for mostly Moriyama for screwing her over. She probably would love to actually have the kind of system with her, but no. Well, she still has a system, which is interesting. She actually can put stuff into the inventory, which she's happy, and she's wondering if the other girls can have them. She doesn't know. She actually should have asked Issei if there was other people who return with the system or any of the other machinery stuff, because that would have been cool. But then again, he didn't know that much about it. This is where Kurumi sighs. She actually wondered where Issei would be at. We go into Issei right now kind of be literally in a coffin. Or not even a coffin. Mostly Issei is right now just kind of reborn. Mostly not reborn to be like a baby again, but he is reborn, waking up in his room. This is where he says, what the fuck? How the... Huh? I should have been dead. Yes, I should have fucking been dead. Since my ex-girlfriend killed me. I should have had my body probably cremated, thrown into a place, or what the fuck happened? This is where, well, Issei cannot remember. And yes, the only reason why Issei it kind of did die was because of his ex-girlfriend. Yes, what's it called? Rainer still killed him, but not the point. Issei says, holy fuck, what the hell happened? This is where, well, he noticed next to him is the system literally saying, hello, welcome, Issei Hyodo. Welcome back to the living world. You will still have all your machinery gun and other things, but if you die once again, you will still go back to the Battle Royale and then come back with crystals and other things. But there's a way for you to stay permanently in the living world if you die, this, blah, blah, blah. This is where, well, to go in the option of, well, mostly if you die, then you lose currency instead of just dying and going back to the Battle Royale. Issa says, are you fucking serious? I don't want to die back again. Do I still have my championship? Mostly Battle Royale pass and other stuff? This is where, well, mostly the system still not, but it says that it mostly the season will change and other things. This is where, well, Issa says, shit. Whatever. I wonder how Toji and the others are going to be doing, or mostly just Toji for Jigoro. Someone that mostly Issei usually admits that he's also pretty good in the Battle Royale, kicking his ass most of the time. Well, mostly kicking other people's ass, because if they fight each other, it will take literally years to kind of see who would actually win in that battle. But yeah, Issei doesn't care. He still has his red hood mask, and this is where, well, he still has his clothing. He is still fucking ripped as hell. But this is where, well, mostly he gets up from his bed, his old bed, and this is where he's wondering how. This is where he questioned the system and where his original body would be at. This is where the system says, this is the original body of yours. Mostly you got cremated and now got reborn. Think of it like a phoenix. You have also unlocked the skill Phoenix Reborn. Issei says, what the fuck? But there was no skills like that. Well, I mean, there was if you would have went into one of those lucky dimension power-ups. But still, or magic power-ups or whatever. Still, that's interesting. He looks at the skill and says, that's pretty fucking dope. But whatever. Do I still have my machine guns and other shit, what's it called, system? The system pops up and shows his inventory, and he is fucking packed and loaded up with so much shit that this is where he says, okay, no, I still have it all. Goddamn. How much money do I have? This is where it tells him that he literally almost has a fucking trillion. He has half a trillion. Yes, he has right now $1.5 billion. But yeah, this is where, well, not $1.5 billion, mostly $1.5 trillion. But yeah. So almost like $600 billion. This is where, well, he says, God damn, that's how much money I still have. Good, because I did win a lot of fucking, like, mostly battles and mostly Battle Royale, but not the point. How much gold do I have? Because there's currency, there's like money, and then there's gold. Gold and gems that are actually used for like upgrading stuff. This is where, well, he still has a lot. He has mostly closely to that of almost $1 billion, being that of like 700 million. But yeah, this is where, well, he says, good, I have that much. Yeah. Well, let's see. Should probably get downstairs. Issei gets downstairs. This is where, well, I should mention that Issei is no longer 5'7", but he is closer to be like 6'3". But yeah, he is tall as hell. He's kind of lean, muscular, but not the point. He's a little bit almost bulky, but not the point either. This is where, well, he gets downstairs, and this is where, well, he sees someone right now cooking in the kitchen, and this is where, well, she's still crying, still sad, and kind of having lifeless eyes, and this is where she says, I'm so sorry, Issei, because there's a picture next to her, and this is where, well, her husband is still kind of sad, but this is where he has to be a man, and has to still work and get money and other things. This is where, well, they hear, like, someone pull up a chair and, like, sit down, and this is where, well, mostly when they turn around, they see their baby boy brought back to life, and just looking completely different. Issei says, yo, what's good, Mom? What's good, Dad? So what are we gonna be eating? This is where, well, they both jump out their chairs, or mostly just jump out of what their positions, what they were doing, and hug Issei instantly. His father gave him a bear, or mostly not a bare bone crushing hug, just a hug, like a man hug. And that's where his mother was the one who gave him a bear crushing hug. She was so happy that she almost lifted this man up. This is where Issei just went inside and said, God damn! Did my mom got the system before? What the fuck? This is where, well, there was a system notification pop saying, just saying, you have lost 25% health. It just says, God damn, what the fuck? Hell no. I know my skin is tough as hell where mostly bullets will not really be able to hurt me, but goddamn, she really took 25%. This is where mostly Issei switch out and says, holy shit, my mom would kill me in an instant if she realized that what will happen. This is where, mostly Issei thinks about who will actually win. Mostly his mother versus, mostly a very pissed off Mika Hiro versus the Fallen Angel. This is where, he thinks that Fallen Angel is fucked. Because he remembers how his father sometimes was fucked because mostly his mother will beat the shit of him. This is where Issei swears. And this is where, mostly Issei was let go after a while. And this is where, mostly Mika says, you're back. But that can't be. We cremated you. This is where, mostly his father looks at mostly Issei confusedly. Also, he wants to expect an explainment from mostly Issei. Issei sighs. He decides to kind of tell them about everything. What happened to him. Ever since he died from a fallen angel who was named Rainer or Yuma or whatever the hell her name was, on a date. At the same time, this is where, he explains and where he went. Instead of going to heaven or hell or purgatory, he went into a battle royale place that literally gave him like the system and other shit. There was multiple times where he could actually return. He literally had to explain that. There were so many times because there were so many return crystals, but he did not care. He stayed there for 3 months looking like a complete badass. That's why he came back looking like a complete badass. His eyes are still goldenish brown. They have more of a kind of serious demeanor behind them. Also, he has mostly his brownish hair being a little bit darker. So, of course, yeah. And he did mention about the whole kind of ranking system. He was literally almost number 1, but he didn't really want to be number 1. So he actually went to a different ranking system that literally called him the Shadow number 1. Just because he didn't really like the number 1 position because it was too bright and goldenish and flashy. He didn't like it at all. But of course, he's considered to be number 1 in that. Second to him would be none other than Toji Fujigoro, and third in other places, but not the point. This is where, he explains everything. He also explains to how he met Moriyama, Catherine, Aika, and even what's it called, Karumi in there. But of course, they died like probably a couple minutes when Issei found them. Of course, he explained that Moriyama screwed him over and returned him back to the living world. And this is where, mostly Mika and Goro heard all this, and all they can think about is that Moriyama and Issei should really get together. Just get together. Because clearly, it seems that Moriyama really cares about Issei because she always comes over here just to kind of comfort both the Hyodos. And of course, mostly Mika realized to say, you gotta have so much grandbabies with her, okay? This is where Issei says, what? Wait, where does this conversation begin? When I explained my whole kind of like battle royale story, where did the whole making babies for Moriyama came from? This is where, mostly Mika says, she says, I don't want to hear any excuses. You gotta make so many babies with her. I want to have so many grandchildren, so many adorable grandchildren from her. This is where, mostly Issei swears off and says, Mom, calm down. God, I just came back. What the hell? When the hell was that? This is where, mostly, Mika says, I don't want to hear any excuses. You gotta go to her house and knock her up at this once. This is where, Issei says, Mom, God, I just came back. What the hell? This is where Goro says, just listen to your mother, boy. I would tell you I would help you, but I can't because she is scary half the time. Mika said, I heard that and I will kill you, Goro. Shut up. This is where, mostly Goro says, he goes back to sitting down on his chair, reads the paper news, and just like looking away. Issei swears up and just looks at his mother and just kind of chuckles and says, fine. He sighs. I actually do kind of like Moriyama. Even though the fact that she teleported me back forcibly. I guess I can just apologize to her for calling her a bitch, and yeah, maybe I should. This is where, mostly, Mika says, good. Now, are you going to just have her as one of your wives, or are you going to have mostly the other girls that you mentioned? I kind of do like Karumi. Her kind of attitude does remind me of kind of being a badass. I mean, she was willing to actually go with me to actually kind of like fight other people. So I might have her as one of my wives also. This is where mostly making Mika and Goro kind of happy. They will have more grandchildren. They don't know who exactly Karumi is, but Issei seems to be fond of her. But this is where, Issei says, other than that. So what happened in school? This is where, well, both of them switch over and realize about Issei not being in school because he's been in literally a battle royale state, place, dimension. This is where, well, they switch up and say, right. So about this, they explain that mostly Issei is still technically in school. They never did got rid of him because mostly both Mika and Goto were in a very depressed state, so they really never did get rid of him. So of course, if he shows up, they're going to have to do an excuse, and it's going to be confusing. Issei says, "I'll be fine, Mom, Dad. Don't worry. Anyone that dare try to pick a fight with me, I'm gonna kill them." This is where, well, Issei kind of said, with such a kind of like determined look. And this is where, well, he then says that I will protect my mom. Well, mostly he says, "I'll protect you, Mom and Dad. I won't let anyone, and I won't let no fallen angel bitch try to go after my parents." This is where Issei had a very determination look in his eyes. At the same time, he also had a very serious demeanor. This is where, oh, making both Mika and Goto happy. Because for some reason, they thought that mostly Issei kind of looked like a Marine. Straight up like a Marine. Like some kind of like officer that went into military. Because, he's technically, he's not that far from it because God, he was kind of trained by someone who was actually in the military in a battle royale kind of match. He sometimes did kind of match up with like squad members, but not the point. This is where, well, that person mostly taught him a lot of things. So yeah, so mostly Issei is quite glad for meeting that man. Of course, that man did use a return crystal, but not really a return crystal. He did use a return crystal, but he did tell Issei that he will see him on the other side if Issei ever decides to return. And to see if he's ever alive, or maybe he died and he might have went to heaven or hell this time. This time, Issei really wants to go visit that man. This is where, well, he doesn't know if that man will still be alive or not. But he will find him, and he will thank him for everything. Literally everything. This is where, well, Issei then sighs and says, "Well, don't worry, Mom, Dad. What is today's school or is that Saturday?" This is where, well, we'll see. He then questions his parents. His parents just say it's a Saturday. So he basically has 2 days to relax, but yeah. This is where, well, Issei then says, "What about my uniform? Or am I gonna just go there looking like a complete badass?" This is where, oh, Mika and Goto, this is where Mika says, "Who cares about that damn uniform? First, we gotta look for where Moriyama-chan's house is at." This is where, well, mostly Issei stops and says, "Mom, I can go talk to her later. Besides, I think we have in the same classroom. If I'm still enrolled to the school, I'm still going to be fine. I'll tell her what you told me and other things, okay?" This is where, well, we'll see Mika nod. But first, we're going to have a family day time, 2 days of relax. And I don't care and how much sleep you get on Monday because, well, first of all, you're just coming back after from the dead. But for right now, Goto, tell your fucking boss that he's going to, well, you're mostly going to take vacation for 2 days. And yeah. This is where Goto says, "But shut the fuck up. Give me your phone. Let me call him." This is where Goto says, "Okay, Mika. Okay, I'll let you call him." This is where, well, mostly ring. The boss of Goto says, "Hello." This is where, well, he mentions his name. And this is where Mika says, "Hello, I'm mostly the wife of mostly Goto, Hyoto. And I'm here to tell you that mostly my husband requested mostly a couple of days off. Mostly like 2 days off. Well, I can't really let him off because really there's no one else working here. So I will have to, this is where Mika says, if you do not give him those breaks off that day, there might be a good chance that you might be somewhere up in the air. If you know what I mean." She said in a very dark, menacing tone of voice. And this is where, well, mostly the boss says, "Yes, miss. I'll let your husband have 2 days off." Yes, this is where, well, mostly making both Issei and Goto just wind their eyes. And this is where, well, both Issei and Goto, this is where Issei, literally his system just says, "Detective Bloodlust. You have learned the skill, detect bloodlust." This is where, well, Issei says, "What the fuck? That's how scary my mom was. Damn." This is where Issei says, "What the fuck?" This is where, well, it actually leveled up 2 levels and it went to 3rd level. Detecting bloodlust, level up 3 times. You are now able to detect mostly someone's bloodlust from mostly 5 feet away. Issei said, "Huh?" Issei was just dumbfounded. What the fuck? This is where, well, mostly Issei was just left dumbfounded. This is where, well, mostly Goto was just saying, also left dumbfounded. He can't believe his boss bitched the fuck out so fast. Thanks to his wife. This is where, well, Goto says, Well, he's going to probably be questioning me more about what the fuck I marry. This is where Goto thinks in his head, but yeah. This is where mostly we go into a time skip of mostly Issei, Mika, and Goto kind of going off to have like a family day time, but yeah. Because Issei is back, of course Issei does look like a complete badass and doesn't look like they're kind of like baby boy, but still it doesn't really matter because Issei looks like a fucking menace. Literally a menace out here, but yeah. This is where, he's kind of wearing something like this similar, but yeah. This is where, mostly we go into mostly a time skip of him and his parent going to the shop, mall, and other things to buy him clothes and other things. Mostly Issei did pick out some leathery kind of like black outfit clothes, mostly leather clothes, but yeah. Now, he is kind of a heavy, metal kind of person to listen to rock a lot and metal and other shit, but not the point. They also did get him a new phone with data on there and other stuff. But yeah, and also earbuds, like new earbuds. This time the earbuds are, these kind of brand way. So the earbuds that he has are called Skull Candy, but yeah. And they're pretty good, not gonna lie, but yeah. Not the point. But of course, mostly that was happening. This is where, we go into mostly them getting out to the parking lot. And this is where, someone came out of nowhere to try to rob them. This is where, the person said, give me all your money. Give me all your money. Drop it down and give me all your money. This is where, the person said. This is where, both Goto and Mika were scared. But this is where Issei was so calm. This is where, Issei says, hell no. This is where, the person says, do you want to die? Issei said, point that gun up to my head and I'll show you how much you're going to get screwed. The person did it, and this is where Issei takes the gun out of his hand in an instant. This is where, the person says, what the? Issei says, you're fucked. Ha. Wow, you gave me your gun. Thank you for the free gun anyway. The person says, hey, we can talk about this, right? Issei says, Mom, Dad, I need you to go into the car. I'm going to have a little friendly talk with this person. Come on, why don't we go have a friendly talk? Issei grabbed the person from the collar and right now drag his ass out of here. This is where Mika and Goto kind of says, okay, honey. Or mostly Goto was saying, okay, Issei, you have fun. This is where Mika says, okay, have fun with your new friend. Mika does not care. She's happy for the fact that her son is actually so skilled that he can take a gun out of someone's hand. This is where Goto on the other hand was just shocked to see his son do something like that. Mika is just happy to have her son back. And truly, he is skilled as hell with hand-to-hand combat, not the point. This is where Issei says, okay, here, listen up, buddy. You will ever talk to my parents like that again, or dare threaten anyone that I love, and you won't have arms for much longer. Because you see here, you don't have legs anyway, for much longer anyway in the first place. This is why, mostly the person right now looks at Issei and says, what do you mean? Issei right now pulls out a silencer into the gun, and right now pops both of this guy's, mostly just kneecaps out of the way. This is where, mostly the person screams in pain, but before that, a rag was put into his mouth so he can shut up. He says, shut up. No screaming. Shh, 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 shh. Go silently, my brother. No, I'm just kidding. You ain't my brother. You were just a hoe. This is where Issei clocked him out, knocking his lights out. But yeah, Issei took the free gun, put it into his inventory, and did not care. But yeah, Issei is a complete badass. He does not give a damn who exactly you are. Don't threaten his parents, and you won't die. But yeah, we go into mostly a time scope of Issei getting back home. But they did also go to a driveway, mostly to get a burger and other things. This is where, mostly, before going to a driveway, not going to a driveway, they go inside to get a burger, but yeah, this is where, they're ordering until a person comes in. Another person, this time the person right now points a pink gun into mostly the, person who's actually, right now taking the order and other things from the Hyoros. And this is where, the person says, hey, put the money in the bag. Give me the money. This is where it kind of looks like this. If you want to know what it kind of looks like, it kind of looks like this. So it kind of looked like white boy Carl kind of getting robbed, but yeah, like this.
Welcome to Captain Bob's, matey. How may I help you?
Fucking money.
Is that a 32?
The fucking money, shithead.
It's pink.
The bullets aren't pink, motherfucker. Give me the goddamn money.
Okay, you know what, asshole? Pull the trigger. My life couldn't get any fucking worse. Yeah, that's right. Pull the motherfucking trigger.
God, fucker, piece of fucking shit. Last point, motherfucking Lesbian sister, piece of shit.
So yeah, that what happened to the cashier, kind of fighting against like this robber and beating the shit and saying, lesbian fucking sister, bastard, piece of shit. The person was getting his ass kicked. This is where Issei seems amused because he actually noticed who exactly this person is and says, yo, is that white boy Carl? This is where Issei kind of mentioned out to the person. The person kind of looks up and says, oh, yo, it's Issei. This is where they both give the handshakes and kind of like talk and other things. The person tries to get back up, and this is where before he can get up, Issei kind of kicks him to the side of the head, knocking him out. And this is where, Issei says, damn, so did he use a return crystal to come back or what? And this is where Carl says, oh, of course. You know, since the last time I died, I came back. I decided to change my life. Stop selling drugs. You still selling guns or something? Oh, of course I am. This is where you say chuckles and says, oh my god, I knew you were going to say that. So you're here to buy some kind of Glock or something? Nah, I'll take the pink gun that this person dropped. You know, since he clearly has such bad aim and such bad taste in guns. I'm going to have to change all this color. I'm going to have to get rid of the pink. Because who is going to rob and be intimidated to someone literally with pink? This is where Carl says, that's a fact. This is where, he says, it was a good thing to see you again. So me and my parents just want the burger and other things, but yeah. Carl says, got you. This is where, mostly both of them are just like talking, while mostly Issei's kind of, mostly Issei and Carl are just talking, while mostly his parents are just kind of like carrying in and other things. Clearly, it seems to be another person from mostly the Battle Royale kind of place, but yeah. This is where, Goto is just shocked. How many other people have came from this Battle Royale dimension place? Clearly, Carl seems like an excellent fighter. So what? Literally grabs a fucking like paper like dispenser and just chuck it at this person with perfect aim to the head, and right now kicks his ass. Of course, the cops came and did take the person out of there, but not the point. They just questioned mostly Issei and Carl about it. Carl just says, I just beat the shit out of him. I threw a paper dispenser into his face and started grabbing the thing, and I know I'm going to have to pay for the property later, but yeah. This is where, mostly Issei says, so pretty much what happened is the guy pulls out a pink gun. I don't know where that pink gun went. Truly, I don't even know where it went. Issei lied and he just put it into his inventory. But yeah, this is where Carl knows about the inventory, but no one else does it. This is where, he says, other than that, I thought he was going to shoot out some like pink bullets out his gun, but it was actually real bullets. Whoever uses the pink gun is stupid. I'm going to say because it's embarrassing. This is where, mostly the cops understood and they just take the man out of there, but yeah. This is where, mostly both of them just talking. This is where, mostly he says, I gotta be going, Carl. See you and good luck with your, mostly your grind and mostly your, what's it called? Good luck with your grind and hustle, man. Make that money, make that bread. This is where, Carl says, exactly. We'll see you, man. This is where, mostly they gave a handshake, and of course, this is where, mostly they did like the whole kind of like a handshake. I don't remember, but whatever. This is where, mostly Issei and his parents just go outside, and this is where, they are just happy to know that Issei has friends, and unlike those two perverted idiots. This is where, Mika didn't question about the two perverted idiots. Issei said, I'm not friends with them, hell no. I'm friends with anyone else. Whoever else uses the return crystals, those are my friends. Anyone else, no, not entirely. So you're saying that those girls that return back to the world are your girlfriends? Issei's face becomes red and says, Mom, stop with that whole embarrassing stuff. This is where, mostly Mika is just teasing her son, but yeah. This is where, mostly Issei doesn't know who else would use the return crystals to come back, but yeah. This is where, mostly Issei said, so we going back home or what? This is where Mika says, I mean, the carnival is here today. This is where Issei says, wait, really? Let's go then. This is where Issei is acting like a child because he always loved the carnival. Just one problem, he would kind of go with his friends half the time. Or just anyone who used a return crystal. But not his two perverted idiotic friends. He doesn't know if Moriyama would be down to kind of go to the carnival. He doesn't even know if Moriyama's there or not. But of course he's going with his parents because why the fuck not, but yeah. But we go into mostly Issei going on some of the roller coaster stuff, of course, with his mother. And his father is kind of scared to go on the roller coaster. His father says, you want you two have fun. His mother right now grabs Goto and drags him into the roller coaster and saying, we're going. Let's do this. This is where Goto says, please, Mika, why? This is where, Issei is sitting next to, not his parents, but sitting next to someone else. A girl with mostly icy blue hair. and icy blue eyes. This is where, well, she has kind of snowy skin. This is where, well, she has mostly this like casual outfit being like a white long sleeve, and of course, this is where, well, she has like this kind of shorts, but not the point. Well, mostly like black heels, but this is where, well, she has like a purse, and she's kind of like being bored a little bit on this roller coaster. Issei might be a little bit bored also from the fact that he's been on more dangerous and faster things in the roller coaster, while he hears his father right now screaming saying, "It's going too fast, please make this stop." This is where, well, mostly Mika says, "Wee!" This is where, well, both Issei and even the girl next to him is kind of just bored a little bit, because Issei has went on faster and dangerous stuff when he was in the Battle Royale place. But yeah, he also went on a roller coaster literally called the Roller Coaster of Death. That was an event that happened in that Battle Royale place, and it was fucking fun because literally he got to ride it and just run over people with it. This is where Issei was fucking like hearing metal songs, having a fucking guitar, and started playing like fucking a metal song while kind of running over people saying, "Yeah!" This is where, well, mostly Issei was shaking his head up and down and just kind of like just laughing at people when he was running them over. This is where, oh, that was one of the funnest events he ever got in the Battle Royale place. This is where, well, mostly Issei is kind of being bored. But this is where, well, the roller coaster decides to stop up because, well, yeah. This is where making the girl and even Issei kind of surprised because, well, they stopped because I don't think that was a part of the roller coaster until they noticed something appear in front of them. This like monstrous kind of being. But before anything else can happen, this is where the girl narrowed her eyes and even Issei noticing the monstrous kind of being, but of course no one else is paying attention or they're just confused. The girl right now stops time in an instant while Issei is not affected. This is where both of them get out and wind their eyes when realizing that the ice girl can actually kind of freeze time, and she was confused in how Issei was able to move, but this is where Issei and her just decide not to care and get rid of the monster before the monster can even be a problem, before he can even crush the roller coaster kind of like building him there. Mostly he got instantly shot in his head. Bah, 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 bah. This is where Issei pulls out 2 desert eagles in an instant. The girl who was right now kind of looking at this, she pulls out something from her kind of like mostly breast somewhat, and right now kind of show off her cleavage and kind of like had a marking. She right now makes a, well, not marking, no. This is where, well, she makes an ice spear actually appear in her hand, and of course her cleavage is kind of closed because she's wearing up kind of like a long sleeve, but not the point. This is where she throws the ice spear in an instant straight to the monster's head and hitting him right in the head, right now headshotting him. But this is where, well, killing him in an instant. This is where, well, turn to ice, and before it can actually break off by naturally just her kind of kicking it, Issei shot a bullet into it and just shatter it into nothing but millions of pieces. This is where, well, mostly both of them notice that, well, it looks like the frozen time is actually disappearing. This is where both of them had to run back into the roller coaster, but yeah, and kind of just closing up things and look like there's nothing happened. This is where, well, mostly both of them are impressed with each other's kind of skills. This is where, well, mostly Issei says, "Not bad yourself, girl." This is where, well, mostly Issei said with such a gentle smile. This is where, well, the girl kind of smiles and says, "Not bad yourself neither." This is where, well, both of them just talk. And this is where, well, the roller coaster went off the same. And this is where his dad was crying, having just tears of fucking horror, while his mother was having tears of joy. While mostly both Issei and also the girl, mostly before they can even, what's it called, well, escape the picture, mostly kind of escape from mostly the picture taking, because yes, there was pictures taken mostly for the roller coaster, but yeah, Goro had a tears of freaking sadness because horror from mostly just the picture being taken because he didn't look like a man. But yeah, of course Mika looks more like a woman, more like a man, but not the point. This is where, well, she was laughing and of course like crying with tears of joy because it was so fun. While both, well, mostly Issei and even the girl were embarrassed because, well, mostly when they noticed the pictures, they tried to turn away from the picture site, but they accidentally turned to each other and accidentally kissed each other. This is where making mostly both her and him blush in an instant, making Mika right now happy to see another girl right now with Issei. This is where Oshi knows how beautiful this girl is and says, "Aw, this is so cute. I'm keeping this, Issei." Issei says, "Wait, mom, no." This is where, well, mostly he sees that Mika's gone, and this is where Issei says, "God, is she the Flash at the time?" Issei thinks in his head. This is where, mostly the girl is embarrassed to say, "Well, since you kind of took my first kiss, my name is Estef." This is where, she said towards Issei. Issei said, "Oh, yeah, you should probably know my name. The name's Issei Hiro." Huh. This is where, the girl wind her eyes and said, "You're, yes, Issei Hiro. Nice to meet you." This is where, oh, she's surprised because that name should have the, what's it called? That means that he should have the Red Dragon Emperor. But clearly that's not the Red Dragon Emperor because, well, he doesn't have it, the aura or any of that. But instead, he just had an aura of a badass. But yeah, but not the point. This is where, well, he says, well, I gotta be going. I gotta go make sure my mom doesn't hang up that somewhere or online or any of that. Well, see you, Steph-chan. This is where, well, Issei said while kind of running off to get his mother from mostly posting that online or something. And of course, Steph blushes because she was called Chan, and of course her first kiss was with a boy who basically was in the same boat as her. Issei's running off and saying, Mom, no, don't do it, don't. This is where, well, we'll see. Other than that, we go into a time skip of the next day. It's mostly another Sunday. But of course, Issei was so exactly tired from mostly yesterday. But yeah, from trying to stop his mother from doing anything crazy. Issei, in that day, he had more encounter with girls, like different encounters with different girls, than ever in his fucking life. Like, literally, there were so many times where a fucking camera took a picture, and it kind of looked so inappropriate at the same time. It was just a literally innocent kind of picture. But of course, Mika has so many photos of so many beautiful girls that literally she said these are basically the pictures of the girls of harem and other things. It's where, well, she was happy, she was hanging them up all over the house. But yeah, mostly all over inside the house, not outside. But yeah, Issei sweatshirt, but he met a bunch of different girls. But yeah, they all have very powerful, interesting auras. They were interested in him because he was also complete badass, but not the point. Now, Issei decides to just fall asleep and not care. He doesn't want to go back to the carnival because he doesn't know if his luck might have ran out and probably he's going to do something with the guy. Nah, he's good. This is where, Mika is just tired after that. Goto, he doesn't know what to do, so of course he decides to take his son out fishing, but yeah. This is where Issei doesn't really mind. He would love to just go fishing with his dad, but yeah. But other than that, I'm going to leave it off here for mostly part 1 of this What If. Part 2 will be whenever, but yeah. Other than that, if you like this crazy idea of my fucking mind, then yeah. Just like the Toshiro one, I'm going to change it off of different in the storyline. So yeah, since a lot of people are complaining about like the whole betrayed achievement ones. So yeah, I'm not going to keep doing that. That's mostly if my mind doesn't go to somehow like that. But other than that, bye soon, yeah. Also, sorry about the notification of the Grand Cross Age of Titans mostly keep popping up right here. That's just because my notifications should probably turn them off because mostly a lot of my guild members are usually crazy and kind of going after so many monster fort hunts. So of course, you should have seen one time when I went home just because I wanted to kind of like get on my phone after a long day of work. I had like fucking 200 messages of my fucking guild, like guild notifications of the Grand Cross Master, like pop up like crazy. Just because so many of them were just going crazy at that day. It was like a fucking Sunday or something. Not Sunday, Saturday. But other than that, not the point. So I'm gonna leave it off here, but yeah, bye soon, yeah. I'm almost to 500 fan summoning scrolls on my Grand Cross. But other than that, bye. See ya. I might stream that later, but yeah. But yeah, bye-bye.